Hey y'all, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge, and today I have for you a Kershaw. Not that you could really tell from this, right? Right? People that hate branding, people that absolutely hate branding on your knives, check this out. If I didn't tell you it was a Kershaw, or if you didn't recognize the knife or whatever, would you be able to tell from this? No, I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, that gets into review stuff off the bat. I'm sorry about that. So here is the Kershaw Faultline. So let me get you a close up, and then as always, once I'm done with my close up here, I will get into review, or actually no, I'll get into size comparisons and specifications before transitioning into review. So, Kershaw Faultline, overall length is 7 inches, 3-inch blade length. It is, as you saw, HCR13 MOV steel, made in China, so don't get your hopes up about this being a USA-made Kershaw. The handle material is or at least the green part of the handle material is a GFN, glass-filled nylon, just a fancy plastic, okay? This part, however, is some kind of rubber. It's a rubberized material, okay? Let's see, I think I said made in China. What else can I tell you about it? It's a clip point, hollow grind, really nice hollow grind on it, actually. That's more review stuff, though. Hollow grind, it is a flipper, as you have been able to see. Flipper, it is, just a second for me. Hang on just a second, y'all. I'm trying to confirm something that I actually should have made an effort to confirm before I... Yes, okay, yes. This is actually running on bearings. That's why it is just... I keep trying to jump into review stuff for you here. It is running on bearings. It is a flipper. So yeah, let me get into review since I keep trying to do that. Guys, for a budget knife, this is a great knife. Let me get the one thing that I hate about it out of the way, and I have said this about. Let me think. What all do I have? I think the only other one I have is a Benchmade. I have said this previously about a Benchmade that I own. I am absolutely 100% not a fan of any kind of rubberized material on a knife, and the reason behind that is knives come in contact with who knows what kind of materials and chemicals. They come in contact with body oils, body sweats. Just by keeping them in your pocket, you sweat, and they come in contact with the materials, which over time breaks down the materials, which makes them ineffective for their initial purpose, which breaks them down to the point of having to remove them to make the knife not nasty or something. Okay, and then what good does that material do you? Okay, so that's where I stand as far as that. I totally hate that about this knife. It also, if you'll see, the pocket clip rests directly on that material. Okay, this thing is a pain in the butt to get in and out of the pocket because of that. So yeah, that is like the... Sorry, I had to take a sip. That is like the one thing that I hate about this knife. Let me show you what I'm drinking. I don't want y'all thinking that I'm an alcoholic and I just am constantly drinking, but I do like my beers, and I'm doing like a bunch of videos at one time. So what I've got this time is a Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. Your typical Marzen Oktoberfest beers are like some of my favorites of all time. I love when this time of year comes around when these kind of beers are available. If you haven't tried one, they're great. Check them out. That's what I'm standing here drinking while I'm doing these reviews. So yeah. Anyway, back to the knife. It's a great size. It is absolutely awesome, wonderful ergonomically. As far as my hand size, keep in mind I've told you many times before, but I wear a large size mechanics glove, okay? But you got this little finger groove here that your index finger fits right in, this little area here that all your others go in, and they just fit absolutely perfectly. Got this jimping on the back of the blade here to rest your thumb. One thing I can say, at least right now, about this material is it's grippy. You're not going anywhere. This little finger groove here is great. Keeps your hand in place. You've even got some jimping up on top of the spine of the blade here for, I don't know, stuff like this, push cuts. I don't know. I wouldn't really say this is a bushcrafting or hunting or outdoorsy knife, okay? But they got the jimping there anyway. The action on this thing is just totally awesome for the price point of this blade. For this knife, it's just ridiculous. Let me see if I can even get it to... I'm pushing as absolutely lightly as I can, just enough to get it to overcome. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it can be done. Just enough for it to overcome that detent. But, I mean, the bearings on this are just super smooth, super awesome. Lockup. How's lockup on this thing? Come on now. Lockup is absolutely fine. No complaints about that whatsoever. Blade centering is nearly perfect. Absolutely no complaints about that. It is, although I was complaining about the material and it being a pain in the butt to get in and out of the pocket, it is a deep carry pocket clip. So if you're someone that likes to not really show much, as far as what you're carrying, then you got you a deep carry pocket clip. Like I said in the beginning, when the knife's closed, there's absolutely no branding whatsoever on it until you open it and you see that Kershaw right there, the KAI on this side, okay? Dude, this knife too is sharp as a razor. It's got a hollow grind on it, which really helps out that sharp edge, but absolutely wonderful as far as the sharpness and the grind and all that stuff goes. Has a great, come on, there we go. Has a good point on it for piercing. It does have kind of a broad blade in this dimension, but I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It might not even be a deal at all, okay? As you can see, this knife is fairly small. Guys, I'm sorry. Did I do size comparisons for you again? Did I forget size comparisons again? Let me do that. Let me do that before I've got it. I'm trying out this new format on my reviews, and it's throwing me off for some reason. So here it is up against the Benchmade Bug Out, and here it is up against the Paramilitary 2. So there's your size comparisons. I think I'm gonna wind up having to print me out a piece of paper to keep off to the side to keep track of where I am in my review. I'm so sorry about missing the size comparisons if I did that, guys. So there you go. It's actually fairly small knife, but not like, I mean, we're not talking like Spyderco Dragonfly small, but then we're also not talking Spyderco Paramilitary 2 big, okay? I mean, if you're wanting a budget-friendly, a nice, inexpensive, everyday carry knife, man, this might fit what you're looking for. It is 8CR13 MOV steel. I prefer that over 440. I prefer that over Alsate. Okay, so certainly for the price point, that's an absolutely fine steel. One thing to note about it, it doesn't hold an edge very long, but it's super easy to sharpen, super easy to get a razor edge on it. But again, that edge doesn't last very long, so it's a trade-off. Easy to sharpen, but also easy to dull. Alright, so let's talk about price on this thing. Price on it right now on Blade HQ is right at $27. What? I mean, look at what you're getting for that. You're getting a... Oh, hold on. Blade play? Absolutely no blade play, okay? So you're getting a knife from Kershaw with absolutely no blade play. Wonderful, wonderful flipping action, okay? Awesome hollow grind on a sharp, sharp razor edge, okay? I mean, yeah, it's got this grippy material on it. Yeah, the handles are fancy plastic. Yeah, it's HCR13 steel. But for less than $30, man, this is just an awesome, awesome, awesome knife for everyday carry, okay? I do have to admit I haven't carried it a whole lot. Part of that reasoning is because I just really, truly hate the grippy material behind the pocket clip there. I'm sure there might be some kind of if you're someone that loves this knife and does want to carry it regularly, and if you are, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm sure you'll come up with some solution for that. But have not carried this knife a whole lot, but that doesn't downplay how good of a knife this is for the price. Again, $27. It's a totally great option if you're looking for a knife for under $30. I mean, it's all right if you're wanting a flipper. I mean, the action on this is, I gotta say, the action on it rivals some of my high-end flippers, like some ZTs and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest with you, it's just so smooth, so swift, so easy. I mean, it's so easy to do it. It's easy to not. What am I trying to say? It's not only easy to. I got it. It's easy to flip, and it's difficult to not flip. I mean, you saw a minute ago it can be done, but man, it's. I'm pushing on this thing just as lightly as I can, and it's still just opening and locking. So. There you go, for less than $30, Kershaw Faultline. Ooh, careful there. Kershaw Faultline, it's a great option for you. There's tons of options for that price point, and this one is one of them, guys. So thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Instagram and the Twitter, and y'all have a good one.